Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today we're taking an early look at the Iron Man and War Machine vs. Hammer drone set, which I actually found early at Target right here in Nashville, Tennessee. I was shocked to see it on shelves a little early, but I came home and wanted to go ahead and get it reviewed. So, this set retails for $22.99. We get two minifigs, and it has 204 pieces. On paper, especially for a licensed set, that's not too bad, but to be honest with you, the set doesn't super wow me or really excite me all that much. Of course, we're going to break it down in this video, but be sure to hit like and subscribe down below. And I actually found some more sets early at Target, so stay tuned for those reviews coming soon. And in the meantime, let's get into breaking this one down. So the set only comes with two minifigures. Of course, the Iron Man Mark 6 armor from the end of Iron Man 2, and War Machine, which is the version we've been getting for quite some time now. Now, the Iron Man Mark 6 has been something that's been missing from LEGO collections for quite some time, but thankfully, LEGO has started adding him into sets recently, but because of that, it kind of takes anything away from this figure that's unique, right? Because you can get this in the Marvel logo set, you can get it in the Iron Man 3 Hall of Armor set that's out now, so if you already have those, this would be your third time getting that figure, and this War Machine has come in even more sets than that, so unfortunately, this set doesn't really offer a lot new on the minifig front. Of course, War Machine has a stud shooter on his shoulder, and Iron Man does come with these laser beams, which is kind of cool to, you know, recreate what we see in the movie, but I think that they could have just been like the little studs that he holds instead of like the bent jumper ones from the CMF series, but overall, not really a lot to say here because it is what it is. And then we have the Hammer drones, which, if I show you both of them side by side, you can see are identical builds other than the color swap, and then, of course, how the shoulder mechanisms are built for their weaponry. So we'll just use the blue one as our main example here. You can move at the hips as well as the knees, so they actually are pretty poseable. You can move at the shoulder and at the elbow, and, you know, these are really only on screen for, like, a couple seconds in the movie. Like, I think they literally only have 2 or 3 minutes of screen time, at least in terms of the final battle, which is being depicted in this set. But basically, you can turn the head as well. The little robot face piece is printed on both, and you get an extra, so you get 3 total in the set. But then, of course, you can use this push for the flick fire here to send those missiles out. You also get an extra of that, so you get 3 total in case you lose one. And then on the green version, we get the exact same build as mentioned. The only difference here is we actually have a posable missile launcher, which you just push down on, and it's spring-loaded, so it's super simple. So really not a lot to say here. I think that the Hammer drones, you know, they're cool, and I'm glad to see some Iron Man 2 representation after years of it being neglected, but these aren't really all that exciting to me. They get the point across, and I don't really know that I could have done better, so it's hard to criticize, but I don't know. This set doesn't really excite me for $23. I think if you've never gotten a LEGO Iron Man set before, so this would be your first Iron Man and War Machine, it's definitely nice for that. But as somebody that's been in the game for quite some time, and I know most of my viewers are too, you probably already have Iron Man and War Machine, and really the best thing is getting this Iron Man in the cheapest version he's been offered yet, but even then, he comes in other, and I might argue, even better for your value sets, so it's just tough for me to get too excited about this unless it's one of your first forays into LEGO Marvel. Alright guys, well, as you can see, I don't necessarily hate this set, but I don't really love it either. Honestly, I think that this set is really only good if you don't have this version of Iron Man yet, and even better if you don't have this version of War Machine. You know, it is the cheapest way we can get Iron Man at this point, which is awesome in its own right, but at the same time, it's just not the greatest set ever, and I just don't really know what else to say beyond that. But, like I said, more early reviews are coming, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.